for the other half. You're in a state of confusion. Your mind's all twisted up. You don't know what you're doing. Too little or too much. You got to get you a woman. She'll tell you what to do. You got to get you a woman, honey, if you know what's good for you. Well, now your hair has got too long. Your house is a mess. You've eaten all wrong. You don't know how to dress. You got to get you a woman, tell you what to do. You got to get you a woman, honey, if you know what's good for you. Many habits, and all of them are bad. A woman will remind you of the chances you have had. You got to get you a woman. She'll tell you what to do. You got to get you a woman, honey, if you know what's good for you. Hey! Sleeping in the daytime, stay awake all night. Woman, help her tell you, you might learn wrong from right. You got to get you a woman. She'll tell you what to do. You got to get you a woman, honey, if you know what's good for you. You got to get you a woman. She'll turn you right around. Get you a woman. Get your feet back on the ground. You got to get you a woman. She'll tell you what to do. You got to get you a woman, honey, if you know what's good for you. You got to get you a woman if you know what's good for you. Everybody wants to know why I love him. I love him so. Now listen to me, please. I tell you no lie. I'm gonna, I'll stay with him till the day I die. 'Cause he's the one who makes me feel good. Yes, he's the one who makes me feel good. Well, he's the one who makes me feel good. And how I always do. gotta stay out late at night, except last night. Yeah, 'cause I have a very good life. Well, he treats me like a queen. Yes, this I know. And I'll never, never, well, I'll never let him go. 'Cause he's the one who makes me feel good. Yes, he's the one who makes me feel good. He's the one who makes me feel good. And I'll always do the things that I should. I'll never let him go. 'Cause he's the one who makes me feel good. Yes, he's the one who makes me feel good. Well, he's the one who makes me feel good. And I'll always do the things that I should. Yeah, I'll always do the things that I should. Well, I always do the things that I should. So well, let me introduce the band to you real quickly. Not all that quickly. This is Eric Bernhardt, the newest member of the band. Eric, this is Eric's what? Fourth gig, fifth gig? His fifth gig with the band. I know a lot of you remember Thad. No, Thad Scott. Not remember Thad Scott. Like, you know, the who? Thad who? But Eric and Thad are real good friends in New Orleans, and Thad kind of picked him for us and sent him over, and I can't tell him how much I appreciate this. Very, very fine young man, sax player, Eric Bernhardt, his first gig in Austin, that's right. On the drums from Corpus Christi, Texas, Damien Giannis. Damien plays about 12 gigs a week in Austin, and that's when we're on the road. That's just in the few days we're at home. On the guitar, Mighty Mike Shermer. I'm going to give a commercial here for a competing entity because Mike actually has great records, but they don't carry them here. Sorry. But look him up, and I think I might get him to sing us a song from one of those records. Just take a moment to do that. That'd be great. And then you can go look him up, Mike Shermer. I got him when I first met him. He was playing with Angela Straley out in California. and that was what, 20-something years ago. He was a child. 25 years ago. That's right, when she first moved out there. So, and I kind of set my eye on getting this guy, and I did. And how long ago was that? Is that 6 years?
5 years, 2 weeks ago.
5 years, 2 weeks ago. Right. Well, and then, because this is Don. Yes, this is Don. Been playing with me for 33 years. The things he has put up with, I can't even tell you. And verse versa, that's right. Okay, let's get Mike to sing a song. And listen, it's HAAM Benefit Day. Thank you all for coming. This is so great that you're here for us and for the event. After we're done, Whole Foods has a beaucoup de lineup. Wendy Colonna and then Shelley King over there at least. So I'd say just, catty corner over there. And he's playing the drums.
Star-studded house. One more time, ladies and gentlemen, the lovely, the talented Miss Marcia Ball. I'm sure you all picked up a copy of The Tattooed Lady and the Alligator Man. She's here to autograph it for you. We'll triple in value right there on the spot. Don't let her leave without getting that autograph. So right now, let's go into my second CD and do a little song that was very, very good for me. Helped that CD go to #4 on the Living Blues radio charts. It was #1 on XM Radio's Blues Bill for well over 5 months. Got 3.5 stars in Downbeat magazine. And has netted me well over $48 in royalties. It's a true story. We sure hope you like it. Plenty of room to dance here in the aisles of Waterloo. Let's have some fun. 1, 2, 3. Was hanging in a corner like a candy ball of change. It wasn't nothing she ever thought about. Didn't know it was gone the day she moved out. In my hand, if I pointed it just right, you ought to heard. Well, come to me at night on that little transistor, my big sister's radio. Well, it couldn't hold a candle to a modern stereo. It only had one speaker, only had one dial. Oh, that radio used to make me smile, getting so many DJs from so far away. You ought to heard the records they would play on that little transistor, my big sister's radio. My big sister's transistor radio had a song for my heart and a song for my soul. One for my heartaches and one for my tears. Every song was music to that young boy's ears. Memphis and New Orleans, only half a ton away. 900 miles just turning that dial. That old music would start to play. I heard that old soul, rock and roll, funky rhythm and blues. Man, I didn't know what I was getting into on that little transistor, my big sister's radio. Play my little soul music tonight. Bernard. My big sister transistor radio had a song for my heart and a song for my soul. One for my heartaches and one for my tears. Every song was music to that young boy's ears. Now I'm grown and I long for those nights in the corner by the bedroom light, laughing and singing, dancing in my drawers, spinning that dial till my fingers got sore. And all those DJs I wished I could call. Looking back, I know I owe it all to that little transistor, my big sister's radio. Oh, 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 it was a little transistor, my big sister's radio. That's where I first heard soul music. That's where I first heard these rhythm and blues. That's where I first heard Aretha Franklin. That's where I first heard Etta James and Otis Redding. I heard it on my big sister's radio. My big sister's radio. My big sister's radio. My big sister's radio. It was a little transistor. My big sister's radio. My big sister's radio. I heard it on my big sister's. You know I heard it on my radio. My big sister's radio. My big sister's radio. It was a little transistor. My big sister's radio. Late at night on the radio. Thank you very much.
All right, Mighty Mike. Thank you, dear. So, we have a gig. The full-length record release gig is on Friday night at the 1-to-1 bar on South Lamar. So that's kind of between the Starbucks and security self-storage or something. I don't know. Something like that. South Lamar, east side of South Lamar, not too far from Saxon Pub. You can kind of make the rounds. And we start at 7:30 at night. 7:30, I believe, is what has been determined. So you know you can go early and party hard and get home by 10 o'clock. Be in your jammies by 10 o'clock, 10:30. That's important to my crowd. So, yeah, no, not the jammy part. We're going to do a song that Terrence Simeon played with us on the record, and he's been on a couple of records with us, and it's always great. We just did some gigs with him in California, a string of gigs, and let me tell you, he takes no prisoners. He played first. He comes out, he's got bare feet and a bag of Mardi Gras beads and a smile from ear to ear, and does not let you sit down the whole time. And so by the time we get out there, they're just like, but we get them back up there. It's okay. This is our song. It's called "The Squeeze Is On." Holding out his hand, telling me, my friend, tighten up your belt again. The money's at the top, the buck has stopped. We're working harder every day, got too many bills to pay. The squeeze is on, the squeeze is on, the squeeze is on, the squeeze is on. The road is long and it's all uphill. I'm working at a job that I know won't pay my bill. What am I supposed to do when the babies need food We're down to skin and bone, and it's the worst I've ever known. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is on. Down and say, well, you got no place to stay. It doesn't matter anyway. They say some people want too much, but we don't have enough. Let your conscience be your guide, and for the poor abide. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is on, yeah. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is on. The squeeze is on. Yeah, the squeeze is on. Yeah. The squeeze is on. Yeah. The squeeze is on. Yeah. The squeeze is on. Okay, we're gonna do a couple more before we give this one up. Mike and I wrote this song, and it was my hope when we were recording it here that I could get Shelley King and Carolyn Wonderland and Ruthie, whoever I could find, gather up to sing harmony on it. And it turns out that when we finished all that, they were on the road in the Northeast, and we were taking off on the road, so it didn't look like it was going to happen. And then it turns out we were all within a few hundred miles of one another. They were in northern New York State, and we were in New Jersey. So Shelley would not give up. I gave her credit on the liner notes because she would not give up on the idea, and she said, let's meet in Woodstock. She said, we've been hanging around there. They had been playing the barn dance, Levon's barn dance, and we've been singing with Amy Helm, and we sound great. And they did. And we did. I drove up a couple hours from New Jersey, and they drove down, and we all met, and we spent the night. And I had tears in my eyes the entire time because it just meant so much. This world is what we make it every day. We can try to save it or throw it away. All that separates us are walls we have made. We've got the same dreams. We've got the same plans. We've got to raise our voices up for our fellow man. And when we open up our hearts, the light comes shining through. Human kindness flows from me and you. We're the same as one another wherever we are. Sisters and brothers under infinite stars. Children of mothers with babes in our arms. We've got the same eyes, we've got the same hands. We've got to cry for justice all over this land. And when we open up our hearts, the light comes shining through. Human kindness flows from me and you. When we open up our hearts, the light comes shining through. Human kindness flows and compassion grows. Only heaven knows how much good we can do. When we open up our hearts, the light comes shining through. Human kindness flows from me and you. Thank you. Mighty Mike. What's left? What kind of up-tempo? Hot Springs. Good, let's do it. Oh! This is a true story, too. My baby went to Hot Springs. He's working in a bathhouse. Now he tries to tell me things I don't want to hear about. He's way up in the country. I'm just down here all alone. I got to go to Arkansas, try to get my baby home. Hot Springs, Hot Springs, Hot Springs, way up in Arkansas. The things they do up there, those whiskey drinking women, honey, they're the wildest anywhere. He says he really loves me, you know I have my doubt. I got to go to Arkansas, get my baby out. Hot Springs, Hot Springs, Hot Springs, yeah, way up in Arkansas. To go to Dallas, but he took a wrong turn. Now he's lost his senses as far as I'm concerned. He's living on the edge up there. I guess he'll never learn the chances he's been taking. He's gonna get burned. Yeah. Went up there forever on our honeymoon. We promised me forever, but forever came too soon. Now I'm down in Texas, and he's so far away. There's something in the air up there. I guess he's gonna stay in Hot Springs, Hot Springs, Hot Springs, way up in Arkansas. Hot Springs, y'all. I wrote that song for ZZ Top. But Billy never returned my calls. So I think that's it. Anybody got a copy of the record? Let me see it. Yeah, I think that's it. I would like to do one more. Can we do one more? I don't know. We got. Okay. Come with me, my friends, to where the fun begins for a little while. You know we're here on a mission, improving your condition just to see you smile. You can do your hurrying, your fretting and your worrying some of the time. Get your head and your heart and your feet all started and you'll feel so fine. We came to party like there's no tomorrow. Let's get it started before the sun goes down. We're gonna play a little music. Come on, I'll show you how to do it. Kick off your shoes and let's go to town. She was feeling kinda old, she had those grown-up blues. She was driven to distraction, couldn't get no satisfaction like we used to do. I said, forget about your troubles, come and see us on the double. I got a cure for you. Throw your cares away, live for just a day, put on those dancing shoes. We came to party like there's no tomorrow. Let's get it started before the sun goes down. We're gonna play a little music. Come on, I'll show you how to do it. Kick off your shoes and let's go to town. Yes, we came to party like there's no tomorrow. Let's get it started right here, right now. We're gonna play a little music. Come on, I'll show you how to do it. Kick off your shoes and let's go to town. Let's go to town, y'all. Thank you so much for coming out. This is maybe the best in-store we've ever had here. I really think it is. And we've had a bunch. So thank you for supporting HAAM Benefit Day. Wendy Colonna and Shelley King across the street, and lots of record shopping. I'm not trying to run you out of here by any means. Stick around, I'll sign whatever you got above the waist. I want to, and you know, you can get your tattoo. I want you to know that I got my first tattoos here. I got my first sleeves. The first time I ever saw them was right here at Waterloo Records. First time I ever saw them, and I bought them. That's right. So thank y'all once again. And we'll see you Friday night at the 1-to-1 bar at 7:30 at night for dance floor and expanded more music and old favorites and new things.
Marcia Ball, ladies and gentlemen, how about that?